Alrighty, so I just got off the phone with Ben Hardy, and he just found one of these trucks too. So we're starting to get the 2024 Chevy Silverado HDs here in Utah. So I am at Jerry Seiner in Salt Lake City. They do have this truck available for sale. And I am tickled pink because this is my first time seeing a 2024 in person. So this is going to be a fun video. Who's ready? Let's go. This is going to be the window sticker for the truck we're going to be reviewing. Here's all the specs. And I did mention in the video that the color is called Pull Me Over Red. So if you go on Jerry Seiner's website, it does say Pull Me Over Red. So I just wanted to clarify that before I say it in the video. But nevertheless, this is going to have a standard vehicle price of $62,400. Be sure to pause to see more of the standard equipment. But this only has two options. You have the Duramax diesel, which kind of went down in price, by the way, which is a good thing. And then Gooseneck and fifth wheel prep package is $1,090. And here's everything that's going to come in that package. Destination is $1,895 with a total price of $74,875. I think this is a great price for pretty much a top of the line truck. So this red is called Pull Me Over. Isn't that something? And it looks really good. One of my viewers, Matthew Anderson, I mention him a lot. He has this exact truck in a 2500 with a gas engine. I think you should upgrade, bro. 3500 diesel, you get more torque. Man, this looks so stinking good. The only thing missing on the front end is a forward-facing camera, just saying. But apart from that, check out your new headlights. They went to a projector style here. And you still have like that C shape for the accent lights, fog lights down below. And doesn't that hood scoop look a little bit bigger? I guess they need a little bit more air for that Duramax. This does have active grille shutters behind that grille there. Tow hooks are in black. And these are going to be LED fog lights down below. Pretty much the same air dam down below, chin spoiler, whatever you want to call it. There's so many names for that thing. But I do like the refresh. I think this looks so much nicer. I always like the 2020 to 2023s personally, and I just think it looks a lot more like classier now. But apart from the refresh on the side, not much else is different. You do have a engine block heater plug right here, which is unchanged. And these are the same wheels. These are gonna be 18-inch wheels. One thing I like about Chevy, they use good tires. These are going to be Michelin, and these are the LTX all-terrains. And then it's going to be a LT 275/70/18, and 3,640 pounds of capacity, 80 psi, and independent front suspension still. No changes on the mirrors, no changes at all. They're still giving you the same fin and flare as the previous gen, or the previous model year, I should say. And if you're looking at the truck from this view, you probably couldn't tell that this was a 2024. But apart from that though, the front end is probably the only thing they really needed to change. And I think they're going to sell a lot of trucks. Now I can't wait to show you guys the interior, because obviously that's the other big change there. You still have your steps on the side of the bed here. And they're still using a 36-gallon fuel tank. And I believe this is a 7-gallon DEF. Because this is a 3500, you have the 2 overload leaf springs. You have 5 leads in the main pack there. And I didn't see that this had the Z71 package too. So it's just going to have the standard shocks on this one. And why it has these tires as well. Now something I was kind of surprised by is they're still rocking that 342 out back. I was hoping they were going to maybe give an option for maybe a, 373. I'm just being picky here. Now they did restyle the taillights a little bit, and I do like them. They're full LED, and this design is still the same, but the inside of it is different. Wow. And this one does not have the multi-pro tailgate. It is assisted. Spray and bed liner, fifth wheel prep package. You have your 4 and 7 pin right there. And this one is actually missing the bed lights. Check that out. There's no camera up top either. This tailgate is very, very light, by the way, too. You have a 4 and 7 pin, class 5 receiving hitch. And then check out the red in the shade. Not a bad looking truck. You still have smart key system on the front doors. So all you have to do is just push the button to lock and unlock it. Now let's go ahead and check under the hood and see what they've changed. I gotta give it to GM. They did not participate in the horsepower and torque wars. And I commend them 100% for not doing that. You know why? Because everybody wants the most horsepower and torque, but I think GM wants a reliable diesel. I respect that. And you know what? The updates that they've done are actually really good. So as you guys know, 470 horsepower, 975 pound-feet of torque. It still made it to the 10-speed Allison transmission, stamp of approved. I can't forget that. And the only things that they did was they updated the combustion and the turbocharger. That's really the biggest updates that they've done. And this gives you 25% more low-end torque. That is insane. I cannot wait to drive this truck. Like 25% more low-end torque. And then they also say that it has improved efficiency too. So I'm sure we'll have to do a field economy run at some point. But yeah, this truck looks amazing. And let's go ahead and check out the biggest update for this rig. I can hear Chevy saying, all right guys, we did what you asked, so shut up about it. Here you guys go. Can we give them a round of applause? Oh yeah, this looks good. Good job, Chevy. I'm happy for them, really am. Like, they needed to do this. This was the only thing that was broken on this truck, and now they fixed it. So on the door, you have a nice little wood trim piece here, aluminum style accent with the door handle, lock and unlock, seat memories, automatic up and down front glass. You can push out the mirrors for tow mode, and you can fold them in as well. The door card has a lot of soft touch where you need it at, but there's still noticeably a little bit of hard plastics, some storage there. The seat has power front and rear for the bottom, and it does slide. Of course, you can control the back, and then you have lumbar support right there. This is going to be manually operated, and here's some of your controls for your full drive, driving modes, tow haul, and lighting. And then you have electric parking brake. Now stepping in, check this out. Look at these big old screens. Now, most people don't like these types of things, but I'm going to show you why I like the update here in a second. There's a reason why I like this better than the outgoing. Push button start right here. They didn't change any of this. It's pretty much all the same. But, oh, I gotta put my seatbelt on. When I get my truck, that's the first thing I'm gonna disable. Alrighty, so, oh yeah. I did kind of go through this a little bit earlier today, and I am a little bummed to tell you there's no gauge summary. I am so bummed by that. So, here's all the information that you're gonna be able to see in here. I mean, it's good information, don't get me wrong. But I was hoping to see a gauge summary for your transmission temp, your oil temp, your coolant, your everything, all in one spot. But they did not give that to us for this year. Maybe next year, maybe next year. So display layout, this is something that's cool. You can change how this looks. And this is a leader in this segment. I do not like Ford's cluster. I do not like that digital cluster at all. It's confusing, and I just need a lot more time to figure it out. You can do digital. I love the animations that they give you too. And then you can just do clean. Maybe you don't want to see a bunch of crap. There you go. I prefer progressive. And the driving modes, as I mentioned, are right there. So I'm going to just turn it to the left. See that? It just changes the animation. So normal and off-road are the only settings that they have there. Now let's go back. Let's see about the lower gauges. So you can do minimum all the way up to maximum information. So they still give you the gauges. I just wish they gave you a number, because I like to remember those numbers when I'm driving. And then when I'm towing, I can kind of get an idea how they increase with that. That's the only thing I wish they would change about this. I thought they might have done something different with this because this is more geared towards towing, but maybe next year. So on this side, check this out. You have the big boy 13.4-inch screen. And this has the Google Maps. You have all the camera views. I always forget to show you the camera, so I'm just going to do it now. So you have that line there, you have the parking lines there, And then you have that bird's eye view for backing up to hook up to your trailer. You can swipe this. You have your climate control right here. You can push the button. Now, if you don't like to control this in the screen, obviously, Chevy knows that. They say, hey, we'll still give you buttons on the bottom. Dual climate control, you have your heated seats. It is an option to have ventilated seats too, but this truck was not an option with that. Here's some of your trailering. I will go through all this at a later date with you guys, so just be sure to stay tuned for that, because I have one of these on order. And so here's why I love this larger display versus the outgoing one. If you were ever in Apple CarPlay, you could not see the temperature outside. And for some weird reason, they didn't put it on this side. Now you can set up in the screen to see that. So let me show you. Right side, let's see here. Yeah, so now you can actually set that up in this screen as well. On the older trucks, you could not do that. So now you can have the time and temperature on both screens. I like that. I find that to be more safe when you're driving, because sometimes I'm having to push buttons to go back, because normally when you're in Apple CarPlay, you can't see the temperature outside. And sometimes I like to see that, because if you're traveling and towing and the temperature starts to drop, it's good to be able to be alert and be mindful of that when you're driving. So this is a 6-passenger, so you have your cup holders and some storage right here. Then this flips up, and then you have storage below the seat right there. They give you 2 USBs, and you guys already saw some of this. Trailer brakes right there, exhaust brake, and this is your lane keep assist. You can drop the tailgate from inside, caution lights, traction control. A little bit of storage right there, and you push this button to check out this storage, and then you can pop this open right there. And yeah, the home button's right there too for the screen as well, so you don't have to push right there. Because this is a LTZ, you do have a power seat with lumbar on the passenger side. Here's some of your controls above. You have LED lights still, and then this is for your vanity. And out back, not much has changed except for the door cards are a little bit more restyled. They still provide these little storage cubbies. And a little bit of storage below the seat here, flat floor surface. And out back, I love that they give you a power plug. On my GMC, I don't have this power plug back here, so that might have been added for 2024. 2 more USBs, Type C at the top, Type A at the bottom, air vents, and more cup holders. Nice. I'm really happy with this truck, guys. I can't wait till I get mine. So as you guys know, I love to show Payload, because the reason why you buy a truck like this is because you want to tow, right? So here it is. Gross ax weight rating out front is 5,600 pounds. The rear is 7,250. You have a 12,100 pound GVWR. So here's your other numbers here. Your payload's going to be 3,916 pounds, which is actually pretty good. And then the curb weight of this truck is 8,184 pounds. And the gross combined is 30,000 pounds. I think that might have got raised, because I don't think it was that high. I think it was like 29 something, and it's a little bit higher. And then here is the yellow sticker with your tire specs. And as I mentioned, special shout out to Jerry Seiner. They did allow me to do this video. These guys called me at 5 o'clock and says, hey, we got our first 2024 in, and I raced down here to do a video on it. So like I said, guys, be sure to give these guys a look up if you are in the market. If you buy a truck from them, I'd be eternally grateful. See you guys soon.